Hey Pisces, welcome to the Forgiving Tarot. This is your weekly read for your sun, moon, and rising. Check out your sun, moon, and rising to get a message that most resonates with you. I'm not telling you what to do. Ultimately, you have free will, therefore you make the best decision for you and those involved. And the Oracle's not telling you what to do. I think I just skipped that part. If you're cross-watching or you yourself, Pisces, feel that the rules are in the reverse, please reverse them. Take what applies and leave what doesn't. It is a general reading, not a private reading, so it may resonate, may not resonate. So just because it doesn't resonate doesn't mean you don't have to like the video. It just means that the message wasn't for you for this video. Check out your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, and if you'd like to apply it to your Venus sign, you may do so as well, okay? I'd like to take the opportunity for anyone who has given donations. Thank you so much. If you only knew what I was going through, thank you. I'm very grateful. I'm very appreciative from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all of you who have donated, commented, liked, subscribed, shared, etc. It's bringing all good vibes towards me, so I'd like to share those good vibes with you as well. I hope you guys get something out of this reading like you have been before, okay? So let's begin. We're going to be taking a look at your situation, you, them, any external forces, and the outcome. So overall, we have the Five of Swords. You know, Capricorn had gotten this as well. It wasn't here, but it was clarifying this particular section. Now, the Five of Swords, it could be that you are in some kind of conflict with another individual. It could be an ego battle. It could be here that somebody is thinking about what they have done, okay, the sadness that they have brought, the lack of communication, or the too much communication but being very harsh. I feel like somebody here is realizing that either somebody is trying to give an olive branch, or they're realizing that something here isn't working out and there needs to be some kind of compromise, okay? As for you, you have the Hermit. You could have Virgo in your chart or be dealing with a Virgo. This could go vice versa. Now, the Virgo is an energy, the Hermit is an energy about, it could be that this is happening now in Virgo season, but the Hermit is an energy of an individual here who does introspection. He looks within. He really tries to find wisdom and wise, sage advice to apply to this Five of Swords situation here. Okay, it could be you. Maybe you have ghosted somebody, or maybe you are isolating yourself from someone because you really have to You have to look at this situation here. A lot of selfish energy, a lot of egoistic energy. It could have been from both parties, okay? It takes two to tango, right? But it could be that here you're really trying to find answers within, and if it's not within, if you're praying, you're meditating, or earthing, or whatever, how you connect spiritually, it could be that that's what you're focusing on, okay? So we have the Nine of Wands. At the bottom of the deck was the Knight of Pentacles. I had turned this upside down by mistake. A Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. It seems like somebody here wants to make some kind of gesture. Now, it could be an apology. It could be somebody here offering emotions. It could be here some trying to charm their way back. We have the Nine of Wands. As for whoever you're dealing with, you know, it's almost like this could go vice versa, right? There was a fight, there was conflict here, there was a win and lose, and it wasn't a win-win. And even when there's a win and lose, both parties end up losing, okay? Because it doesn't always feel good when you end up winning and the other person is sitting over there crying, right? You feel bad. So with the Nine of Wands, somebody here is feeling exhausted, feeling like, you know what, I have one more shot, let me keep going, but it seems like you have your back turned towards them and they're looking at you like, when are you coming back? When are you going to turn around? Man, I didn't want to shuffle, but now I'm gonna have to. There was a reason. So external forces, we have the Ten of Cups. You could be already in a partnership with this person, like you have a family with them, or if you don't, if you're not married to them, maybe you guys own a house together. Maybe you guys have kids together. Whatever it is, you have some kind of foundation already with this individual. There's an alliance, that's the word. There is an alliance already here. Or there was some kind of harmony between you and this individual before. I feel like there's an energy of somebody here wanting to fight for family. It doesn't have to be for everybody. Somebody here wanting to fight for family. I'm almost getting the sense of that there was a lot of arguing, a lot of I have to win, no, I have to win, a clash of the ego, okay? And it was, that energy was brought into the family environment. But somebody here is wanting to give up, kind of wave their white flag. Not give up on the whole, they just give up on the toxicity. And then the outcome, we have the 8 of Wands. So this could be communication. Communication about where this is going. Maybe wanting to move things forward. We're going to clarify. So let's take a look at the 5 of Swords. All right, it's going to be this one. 5 of Wands. Conflict, absolute conflict. You guys probably don't see eye to eye. You're probably two very different people. You want different things. You know what? I was listening to a video about twin flames, and twin flames are two opposites, okay? Because they are the same soul, but it's the black and the white. It's the right and the left. It's the yin and the yang. And so when you bring it together and they work in a healthy manner, you complete each other. Okay, complete each other because you're one soul. You are one. You get what I'm saying? So it's like a one, it's a one spirit. So therefore it's like you're tied, you know, that race where you tie the legs together and you guys have to work together. If you're not working together, you're not going to win. You're not going to go to the finish line. If one person is running too quick and the other one's too slow, that person's going to fall down. And guess what? You think you're winning? You're not winning. You or whoever, whatever. It doesn't mean you in particular. What I'm saying here is that there's a lot of conflict. And especially because there's 5s here, this is a huge struggle. So it's almost like you guys keep clashing instead of working together. Maybe you want to work together with this person, but they're making it extremely difficult. Maybe you realize that this might be a twin flame union or whatever, even if it doesn't have to be. It doesn't matter if it's twin flame, soulmate. That doesn't matter. The point is everyone wants to be in a harmonious union. Everyone wants the 10 of Cups. You get me? So there's always this one individual that is willing to let down their pride or willing to put down their guard, okay? So that things can work. Always that one person. And it's probably you, Pisces. Or a cross-watcher. If you're cross-watching, maybe it's you. Somebody here always has to let down their guard and always has to say, okay, let's move forward, while the other person is always just like, maybe they thought, oh, I win because they let down their guard. And that's very ego-based, because in the end, all of that ego, all of that pride is going to destroy the relationship. That's why please, thank you, and I'm sorry are huge words to say to people, because people, they like to know that they're being appreciated. They like to know that another person is cooperating, especially if you're trying to cooperate and the other person is like, okay, I'm going to cooperate, and then in the end they don't. This is how trust is broken. You might be dealing with a very difficult person who has done all of this to you. Clarifying the Hermit, we have the Magician. So the Magician is somebody here who knows what they have to do. So it could be that you were doing some introspection and now you've come to the realization of what you needed to do. Okay? If you feel like you're being manipulated by this individual here, that could be it too with the Magician card. We have the Queen of Wands. Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. So like I said, it could be a fire sign who is feeling here like, what else do I have to give? It doesn't have to be a fire sign. It could just be a person here who you see them as this fire energy. They're probably very good looking. You know, just because you guys are arguing doesn't mean that this person starts turning ugly. They're probably attractive to you. They're probably someone here who fights for what they want. They probably have a fiery nature within them, so therefore this is why they're constantly fighting with you. If they are a fire sign, then they tend to boom, butt heads all the time. But then once that fire is gone, they're just like, okay, let's kiss and make up. And you're just like, what? Like, I was just arguing with you. Why are you gonna you get me? So I'm I'm not going to input my opinion on that, but okay. So anyway, so let's move forward. The 10 of Cups, we have the Page of Cups. So there is harmony here. There is a possibility for somebody here to just let down their guard and apologize. But I'm really feeling like someone is just being stubborn. They don't want to. It could be here that whether or not somebody wants to, the answer here to bring in this 10 of Cups energy is this Page of Cups. Is this youthful, playful energy? Is this innocence energy of, you know what? Let's somebody here, you know, like children when they fight. I don't know if I said this in your video or someone else's video before. Children when they fight, they fight. I'm mad at you. You're not my best friend anymore. And one of them walks away. Like 2 minutes later, they're coming back and they're already playing together on the playground. And it's just like, wait a minute, I thought you were mad at each other. And they're like, oh yeah, whatever. You get what I'm saying? So it's needing of this energy, this youthful, this innocence. That's what it is. This innocence of a child, of looking at the situation. And really, sometimes there are things that we could just jump over. And instead, we're over there like, I'm just going to sit on this rock and I'm not going to move. Let the other person move the rock, instead of being like, you know what, let me just jump over the rock. And if the other person wants to stay behind, they see me jumping over the rock, and that's what they have to do too. If they choose to stay behind, all right, well then that's their problem. Can't force anybody to do anything, right? You can only be responsible for your own actions. You get what I'm saying? Or it could be, hey, you know what? Why don't you help me push this boulder? Let's do it together, because me alone, I can't push it. If we do it together, we're able to move this obstacle out of the way, and then we can clear the path and go. I feel like you're dealing with somebody here who is just very stubborn. Take a look at the 8 of Wands. What is this 8 of Wands? King of Pentacles. You might be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, a Virgo. You might have this in your chart, okay? Now, this could be communication coming in from the earth sign towards you, or if you have earth in your chart, maybe you are being illuminated on how to fix the situation because you are the Hermit with the Magician here. Okay, let's get some more on this King of Pentacles with the 8 of Wands. You guys could be two very different people, but if you actually try to work together and really understand that obstacles are always going to come, but that's not the point. The point is not to be brought down by the obstacles, because there's always ups and downs. Relationships are not cupcakes and rainbows. They're not. There are cupcakes and rainbows at times, and then guess what? Then sometimes you have kale soup. So, you know, it's not always going to be something. It has to be a healthy balance, and a healthy balance, yes. There are fights, but the point here is, how do you overcome the fight? The point is, how do both of yous face a troublesome situation together, not just one person alone. One person alone just shows their own character, just shows their own goodness, their own willingness to overcome fear, sadness, tribulations, etc. Now, when two people come together, it's how do you strengthen the relationship? It's not how many kisses, how many times you are intimate with each other. It's not about only that. You get me? Yes, those are nice things and whatnot, but what happens when you don't have that? Right? What happens? What happens if you become sick or you become injured and the other person, well, they really want to be intimate. What are they going to do? They're going to go out and cheat on you? They're going to go out and, I don't know, fulfill themselves? Or are they going to be like, oh, I understand that my partner is in this situation and I'm going to have to hold myself back, or I'm going to have self-discipline. This is why it's very important. Listen, I've heard so many times about being chased, like, it's not about, oh, you're being a bad person if you're intimate with somebody else and you're not married, or if you're not in a committed relationship, you're being a bad. It's not about being a bad person. It's about really learning how to tame your own instincts. You get what I'm saying? Because we do have a primitive brain, and sometimes we do act on impulse, or we act on our primitive instincts, and there are things that are there and they're necessary and we have to fulfill those things, right? So being intimate is a necessity. Just like eating is a necessity. It's part of the primitive brain. But the thing is, because we are not just the primitive brain, we are much elevated than that. There are certain times that we need to control those things. For example, fasting is a beautiful thing. Fasting teaches our body. It's not, oh, I'm going to fast because I want to lose weight. Or I'm fasting because it's a spiritual thing to do, but you don't even know the connection. Fasting is about saying no to the body. When the body is saying yes, yes, the spirit is saying no, wait. Your spirit is in control of the body because that's what you are. You are a spirit. You're not your body. So if you are dealing with the type of person who is always saying yes to their body and they never know how to say no to themselves, that is an issue. You got me? Because then when it comes to hard times and it's like this person never practiced any self-discipline, absolutely you're dealing with a difficult person. Absolutely. This could go vice versa, okay? Now, like I said, there is a possibility here for love to come into the relationship. We have the 9 of Pentacles here, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles. Wow, you must absolutely be dealing, 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You might be dealing with an earth sign, okay? Because I'm clarifying the King of Pentacles, and we have this here. This person could have been somebody here who was wanting to be single, or maybe they were once confident, something like this, of the 9 of Pentacles. It could be here that somebody who's focused on their work all the time, okay, focusing on wanting to provide, not wanting to feel a lack, not wanting to feel poor, wanting to provide here. And so maybe they're the type of person who is always working. I have to work, I have to make money. And you're like, okay, we have already a lot of money. Can we go out on a date or something? And this person, no, we still don't have enough money. It's like this person needs to calm their primitive brain, because the primitive is saying you need to survive. Okay, great. But when we have enough to survive, or even if it's like, you know, you have just enough to go on a date and you value your relationship, you need to put effort into that as much as you're putting into your other things, such as work. Okay? It could be here as well. If somebody here is wanting to be single, it's probably because they're feeling a lack of an equal give and take as well. Feeling left out in the cold, feeling like they're giving so much and not getting anything in return, okay? And maybe they're trying to be in this hermit mode, if this is you, because you're really trying to build up your confidence again. You're trying to build up what once was lost. Let's clarify the Page of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, and the 3 of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. So obviously somebody here is in a great deal of pain with the 3 of Swords. This could be just both of yous. This stubborn energy that I was talking about with the Emperor, kind of like, you see how his nose is up in the air, like, oh, I'm better than everybody else. Could be dealing with an individual like this. But I almost feel like, right, when I saw it right away and then I see the Death card at the bottom of the deck, I'm like, wait a minute. Is this saying that it's too much pain and this is going to end? No. What this is that there's a turnaround from these energies here. There is a rebirth with the Death card. There is a death of the old to give way to the new. There's a transformation here happening. Oh, look, and behind that is the Temperance, the healing card. But the thing is, if somebody here who is not wanting to, if you are the one putting in the work and you're like, let's reconcile, let's, you know, put the past behind, and you've apologized and you've done everything, and this person is still like, how are you going to work with this individual? I mean, there is a possibility the door is open. The door is open with the Wheel of Fortune here. How does Pisces deal with this individual? We have the 7 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. So you could have been dealing with somebody here who is just very conniving, okay, very sly, thinking that they're slick here. Somebody here who's caused a lot of pain, a lot of, well, disturbances, a lot of burdens, a lot of backstabbing, whatever it is. is a broken relationship here. That could be something beautiful. Now, this could also be putting an end to the Seven of Swords energy. Any deceiving energy, whatever that is, whether it's cheating, lying, thievery. Now, thievery could be that this person keeps just sucking the energy out of you, okay? Knight of Pentacles is somebody here who looks at the situation and they really try to be analytical about it. They really try to make a plan on how to move forward from this. They see what's going on here and they're planning on, how do I move forward? Because see, the thing is, he's not like the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords who just goes in quickly into the battle, because they're going to go in quickly to the battle and guess what? This is what's going to happen. So you could be looking at the situation and thinking, what do I do? So what do we do? The Artist, the Two of Swords, and the Two of Cups. One more Page of Wands. Okay, so there needs to be communication here. The Artist in this deck is about really creating your own reality. It's, you know, let me read it here for you. The Artist. Okay, so the Artist is a visionary, an interpreter, creation, and passionate. The Artist is the vessel of creation. This card signifies mankind and shows when you need to open to the knowledge that is available if you stop and set aside the distractions of the human condition and listen. So that's what you're doing with this Knight of Pentacles here. Listening, okay? And then over here, you could be stuck at a crossroads. What am I going to do? But this is also, number 2 is about bringing balance. It's about making a decision here on what's right and wrong. If you're cutting out communication, it's about communication. Because the Page of Wands here, communication. I'm really getting this flirty energy as well. Two of Cups. So we have 2 twos here together. So a decision on this relationship, looking at the situation, putting pride aside, and really making the steps necessary. We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Some of you need some time alone. Some of you need a date night. Some of you need to go on a holiday together here. Okay, because that's what the retreat here is, disconnecting from the world. Some of you need to disconnect from the world. If somebody here is overworking, it's that person actually taking time to spend time with you, or vice versa. Disconnecting from the world, if there's a person with some kind of addiction, like let's say they're constantly on the phone. That's the person disconnecting from that and putting in time and effort towards the relationship. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. At the bottom of the deck, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Yeah. Okay, let me take one more. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Not to others, but to this person, okay? Or vice versa, or they're the ones that need to do that with you, okay? So I'm going to leave it here. Pisces, if you resonated with the reading, let me know down in the comments down below. Be sure to give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.